Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, is my brow routine. I'm going to go over what it is that I do to keep up with my brows at home, what products it is that I use to fill them in, and all of that. So if you want to see how to get these brows, all you have to do is keep on watching. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin with what it is that I use to keep my brows the shape that I like. All I really do is tweeze my eyebrows. I pretty much tweeze them every couple of days. Like whenever I see a little hair growing in, I'll just go in with my tweezers and just pluck any little unwanted hairs, whether it's up here or on the bottom part. Alright, so then once I'm done tweezing any little unwanted hairs or anything like that, I go in with this little trim kit. I found this at Walmart. I don't remember how much it was. I think it was like $2 or $3 if I'm not mistaken. And it brings 3 of these little brow shapers. They go dull after, I would say, maybe like 10 uses or so. So it doesn't really matter because they're super inexpensive. So this is just what it looks like. It just looks like this. It's just this little brow shaper. All it is like a little blade. And all I really do with this is I'll go ahead and just sort of lift my brow and sort of cover it with my finger because homegirl is not trying to take a piece of her brow off. So, and I'll just go in like this, and then just like in little light strokes, I'll go ahead and remove any little unwanted hairs. And I'll go like above my brow too, like this. Just like in small little strokes, and you'll go ahead and start seeing it clear up and get into shape. And then I do the same thing here. Alright, so now I'm just going to brush through my brows like that. And then to fill them in, I go on and off between this one and the Maybelline one, but it's been years since I've used the Maybelline one. So this is the Wet n Wild Fergie liner, cream eyeliner in the color Little Black Dress. It's just like a little black paint pot is what it looks like. And then what I go in with to fill in my brows is this little brush like this. It's just a small angled brush, and I'm just going to dip right into the little paint pot and pick up some product. And I always start on the corner of my brow, on the long side. I just sort of start making the tail a little bit longer. I like for it to come out just about where the corner of my eye is. A lot of times I see girls with eyebrows like that are like this short, and I'm just like, why? Your eyebrow is supposed to sort of frame your eye, so it's supposed to come out till about here. So that's like where I bring mine out to. And then I'll go ahead and start outlining the bottom portion. So I will just start down here, sort of outlining the brow, and then I bring it in lightly on the inner part of my brow right here. And then I'll start feathering it in the front. You don't want to make dark, harsh lines in the front. I see a lot of times girls will make almost like a box. It looks like a perfect square, and it's so dark and intense, and that just doesn't look natural. So I don't really do that. I just sort of feather the front a little bit to fill it in, and then I'll move on to the top section of my brow. So then I'll just start making a line and arching it, and then connecting it to the tail that I made. So you could see those lines there. I start off with a light hand, and then I fill it in. And then every so often I'll go, and then I'll just brush it out, extending the tail, and then filling in the bottom. and feathering the inner portion. And then that's it, and then I'm just going to brush it out. And then just look at them, make sure they're even. And then after my brows are all filled in, I go in with my Clear Great Lash by Maybelline Brow Gel, and I will just go ahead and set them in place so that they don't go anywhere. And then that's what they look like. And then to just sort of clean up my brow and just make everything always put together, what I always do is I'll go in with my NYX eyeshadow base. You can use a concealer. A lot of people use concealer, but for me personally, I just like using this eyeshadow base. It's the same color as my skin tone. So I just take that with this little brush here. It just looks like this. This has become like the perfect brush for applying like this product underneath my eyes. And then I'll just, because it just shapes right underneath the brow perfectly, and then I'm just going to outline the brow like this from beginning to end, and then just blend it out. And it will just clean up everything if looking messy or anything like that. And you can totally just use a brush to sort of fix it and blend it. And what that does is just cleans everything up real nice. And once that's blended, it sort of went on my eyeshadow a little bit, so I'm just going to go in with my eyeshadow brush that I used to blend this out. I'm just going to fix that. And last but not least, for my eyebrows, I always highlight using a sort of off-white eyeshadow. This one is by Elle, the brand Elle, and you can find this at Kohl's. I don't know why one day I just decided to buy this. The color was just like perfect for my brows. I think it was like $15 or $16, and it's in the number 1. It doesn't have like a color, like a name, so the number is 1. And then I'm just going to pick up like a flat shader brush that just looks like this, and I'm just going to pick up some of this shadow, tap off the excess, and then I'm just going to go right underneath my brow. And you can just see the difference. Versus when you highlight the brow versus when you don't. So now I'm just going to go in on this eye and do the same exact thing. And then once again, just go in with my eyeshadow brush and just sort of fix up my shadow. So that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe. It's completely free, and I will see you all in my next video. Peace.